Hey, what's up, y'all? Want to talk to y'all about knowing your worth. Knowing your worth. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world today. A lot of financial situations happening with people. A lot of people trying to decide whether they should start a business, whether they should stay at a job. Job's not paying enough. Probably don't know how to go about getting into the business world and all these different things. Probably got great ideas, ready to push them out. Don't know where to start, don't know who to talk to, don't know where to go with it. What I'll say to that is know your worth. If you tired of working a 9 to 5 and you do have an idea or something is in your heart and your soul that's pushing you to bust a move for financial freedom, financial security, or just peace of mind, go with it. Stop second guessing yourself. Stop doubting yourself. Stand in your power. Kings, queens, stand in your power. Know that you're going to make it. The same energy that you take to get up every day, to travel to that job, however long it takes you to get there, to go hard and put that work in that's needed or that's necessary for whatever the job description calls for. And a lot of people who really put that work in be busting their ass at these jobs. And then what do you get in return? Little to nothing. Crumbs. Chump change. Pennies on the dollar. And then what happens? You're drained. Your energy is drained. You go home complaining. So now not only putting that work in at the job and tiring you out and draining your energy, you go home, especially for the people who got children, and then you got to deal with that. Now you got to really face life. Really face life, your personal life. Outside of that, you don't have a work-life balance. They always tell you, oh, you should have work-life balance. But you don't have it because it's hard to maintain, because these jobs switch up at will. Come in, at this time we need you, even if you have a set schedule. At will. They need you to stay longer, or if they cut the hours, it's at will. Key word is at will. With that being said, if you have the willingness inside of you to get up and go to work for somebody and put that work in, take that same willingness that's inside of you and go hard for yourself. Not everybody is meant to be entrepreneurs. Not everybody wants to be entrepreneurs, which is cool. But knowing your worth comes with knowing your situation, knowing what you want in life, knowing what makes you happy, knowing what's going to keep you going, knowing what you want to teach your children if you have any, what you want to instill in them, knowing what you want to leave behind when you're no longer here. What do you want to do as far as giving your kids that head start? Do you want to base it upon somebody telling you this is what you're worth, so I'm going to pay you this because I say this is what you're worth? Or do you want to take control of your own life and your own worth and say, this is what I deserve, so this is what I'm going to get? A lot of us make the mistake when we work in these jobs and feeling like, oh, because I'm putting X amount of work in, that I'm deserving of this position or this financial status, or however you want to put it. And, you want to go up for a promotion, or you want to talk to what they call the higher ups, managers and so forth, so on in the job. And they don't see it how you see it. And it kills your momentum. Kills your vibe. It lowers your vibration. And you feeling some type of way. I've been there. I know that feeling. I know that thinking cap. Them negative thoughts that come in your mind. Especially them thoughts that tell you like, oh, I'm not going to accept this. I've been doing this and doing that. Coming in early, staying late. And this how they treat me. But remember, key word, at will. At will. So when there's a will, there's a way. You just got to connect with yourself. You're going to always hear me say that. Connect with yourself. Go within. Know your worth. Only way you're going to know your worth is by knowing you. Anybody could tell you what you're worth if you don't know your own worth. And the only way you're going to ever know your own worth is if you go inside. Connect with yourself. Connect with the Most High. Like, really look at things in a different perception. Like the old saying that I always used to hear when I was working these jobs and going hard, it'd be like, their perception is your reality. Truth of the matter is, their perception is your reality if you allow it to be. What? Your perception don't count? Your perception not important? But on the other end, you got to also look at it as a lot of people make the mistake in believing that they're working at the job and they deserve X, Y, Z because the work they're putting in. But remember, whoever you're working for, that's their perception of how they want things to go. So you don't really have that right or that demand to go sign up for a job and demand that it's going to be this, unless they feel like you're that valuable. But you're only going to become that valuable if you put the work in and you know that you're valuable. That becomes the lingo. So I'm not going to say too much on a job itself, because despite even having a job or not having a job, you still got to know your worth. You got to have morals. You got to have standards. You got to know what's in alignment with who you are, what your desires are, what you're going to tolerate, what you're not going to tolerate, and stand on it. Not say it. My motto always been, talk is cheap. I'm an expensive dude. And most people will equate that to financial gain, to money. To me, when I say it, I look at it in all aspects of life. What your heart look like? Are you a person with a good heart? Despite how people call themselves treating you from past situations, or however you want to put it, treating you, do you let that change who you are with other people? Do you give your power away like that? Or do you stand in your power? Most people say stand on business. You can't stand on something you don't understand. You can't stand on something you don't understand. So knowing your worth comes back to saying, if you don't know who you are, if you don't know where you stand, if you don't know what you're worth on a level that is further than what anybody else can perceive or what anybody else is telling you what your life should, could, would be, then you're going to always be done dirty. You're going to always be manipulated. You're always going to fall for the okie doke when people say, oh, you can do it. No, you're good, but do it like this. Know where you stand. Know your worth. Take control of your life. Stand on what you believe, not based upon other people's belief or other people's perception of what they think your life should look like, could look like, or other people's traditional concepts, and feeling like, oh, well, this is what I've done, so you should be doing the same. Dare to be different. We had a program when I was younger that said, dare to be different. It used to say no to drugs. Dare to be different. And I'm not gonna mumble too long. I just wanted to come on here and just speak a little bit about knowing your worth. And really, 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 really taking into consideration of looking at yourself. Like really looking at yourself. Be self-aware. Go within. Connect with you. Get out in nature. Take a walk from time to time. Whether it be in the park, a little in the woods, forest. Get out in nature. Get you some peace of mind. Get away from people. Get away from the situations. Make time for you. And you'll begin, if you haven't already, you'll begin to learn, understand, and understand your worth. You'll start being able to let your mind really gather the right momentum. You'll start understanding your power. Things will start looking different for you. A lot of the things that a lot of people chase behind or feel like it's important, it won't even be your priority anymore. You'll start really being thankful for the little things, as they would say are the little things, but they really the big things, the major things that really count. So, just wanted to holler at y'all real quick. I see y'all out there. I see a lot of y'all doing y'all thing. Keep pushing. Proud of y'all. And I know y'all gonna make it because a lot of y'all waking up to knowing y'all worth. So for the ones who didn't get there yet, don't give up on yourself. Keep going. Keep going. It's just a matter of time. You'll be there. Talk to y'all soon. Love y'all. One.